It's visible. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
fine.
I think we can start now.
Sure.
Okay. So welcome, Shishu, again in a GSP team, and and welcome to you all. As you all know, so today's session is about the Chevening scholarship opportunity, which is one of the uh, we can say prestigious scholarship in the world for master degree. And we have two guests who has been selected for this scholarship, and who they are a part of it. So one of the Shishu Ranjan, and another is Lakshadip Pendharkar. I think he is not here, but he will join later. So I will welcome to you, Shishu. Again, Shishu has completed his master from Ajim Premji University, and now uh, he has selected for a Chevening scholarship. So I will say, Shishu, please introduce yourself briefly. You can. Yeah. Thank you, and welcome to you all.
Okay. So, thank you, Ratnadeep. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak to uh, the aspiring scholars of India who come from who are aspiring to become a global scholar. And once again, I would like to thank Eklavya India Foundation for giving me this opportunity to talk my experience, as well as I got mentorship from Eklavya India Foundation from a lot of mentors with the help of Eklavya. So I'm very thankful. Uh, a brief introduction I just want to give. I have done my MSc in chemistry earlier. I taught for a year in a college. Later on, I shifted my education, my discipline to education. Then I did my B.Ed from Jamia Millia Islamia. After that, I went to Ajim Premji University for my MA in education. And right now, I have been selected for Chevening, and I'll be doing my MSc Education in Social Justice from Birkbeck University of London. Other than that, I got offer letter from multiple universities, and such as University of Edinburgh, UCL, University of Birmingham, and there were so many universities. But due to some technical issues and due to some of my mistakes, I had to choose Birkbeck. But yeah, Birkbeck is also good, but UCL was somehow good. So I think I'll be starting the presentation on how to write essays, how to make impactful essays, so that you will be getting selected for the interview. So yes, Ratnadeep, shall I start?
Yes, please.
Okay, yes. So I'm sharing my screen first. So yeah. So first of all, we have done a series of sessions on the eligibility part, but right now we'll not be talking about eligibility. Today we'll be solely focusing on how to write essays and how you can make your essay so that it will be selected. So let me emphasize again that in this scholarship there are 2-3 major parts where you have to excel, and then after your selection will be happening. So first one is uh, the essay round. So first, after when you will be applying for the scholarship, you have to write 4 essays. First one will be on leadership. Second will be on networking, that is professional relationship building skills. Third one is study in UK, and the last one will be on career plan. Today, I'll be talking on 2 essays. Number one, uh, just give me a second. Yeah. So number one will be on leadership and influence. As earlier I talked, it will be totally on leadership. So what kind of leadership you have shown in your education journey or anywhere in your professional journey. Second one will be on relationship building and shared learning. Rest two of the essays will be discussed by uh, 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 Laxdip. So he'll be discussing on the study in UK part and the career plan. So we won't take much time. I'll try to finish it within uh, 25 to 30 minutes, and rest of the time, 3 to 4, we have to discuss on these two essays. Meanwhile, what I'll do, I'll try to complete it by 35 minutes, and then after we'll keep 15 to 20 minutes separately for the question and answer session. So I hope I'm clear. Meanwhile, again, if you'll have any doubt, you can write in the chat box so that we'll compile, and then after at the end of the session or after end of this first session, I'll try to answer your questions. So yeah, it is kind of workshop only. So uh, this will be your question. I think there might be some people, some of you might have started to fill the form, so you might have seen some of the questions and you might have received this question only. So on leadership and influence, as they are stating that Chevening is looking for an individual who will be future leaders or influencers in their home countries. So they are clear that they are looking for scholars who are aspiring to be a leader. Now, leaders or influencers, when they are telling, you have to very clear that it is not political leader only. So leaders in any field, whether you might be working in the field of education, maybe gender, maybe, I mean, it could be anything, but you are aspiring to be a leader. As for example, if you are studying mathematics and you are teaching mathematics, so you can be an HOD, maybe you are planning to be an HOD or something like that. So they want some people who should have some influence and they're aspiring to become a big leader in their home countries. Now, their question is explain how you meet this requirement. So you have to explain through your example. So it is saying that using clear examples of your own leadership and influencing skills to support your answer. So they are asking that suppose I have to give you the scholarship, so how you will be meeting this requirement. So you have to show some of the leadership example from your own life, from your own journey, to show that yes, you are aspiring to be a leader. Now there might be some question comes that okay, you are studying education or you are studying mathematics, so what kind of leadership example you can give? So again, leadership example could be anything in terms of uh, suppose in your graduation you led NSS team, you might be an NCC leader or NCC commander. You might have led some of the projects. Suppose if you are a working professional and you are leading a project in your organization, then yes, you can write all these examples in your essay. So again, as what they are asking for, first, what do you understand by leadership? Again, so what I used in my essay is, firstly, what I did, I explained my definition of leadership. So for me, leadership is something where a leader is taking initiative and then after showing other leaders, I mean generating other leaders for the greater good of the society. So I wrote that. So simply you might have some your own notion of leadership, your own definition of leadership. So you can start with such kind of definition. So as you know that you will have only 500 words to, so you have to, I mean you will have only 500 words to write this essay. In this you have to write the definition of uh, your definition of leadership, and then after one example. Again, your question might come that it could be only one example or more than two examples. So in my opinion, again, opinion doesn't matter, but again, you can write 2 or 3 examples of your own leadership examples. But my opinion would be, if you're writing 1 or 2 and you are explaining in detail, that would be better. But okay, what would be the structure? So we'll talk about the structure in detail in the next slides. But before that, we have to understand what they are asking for, because this essay will be read by the person uh, who will not be from your field. Now your field, it means they will not suppose you want to study sociology, but these people who will be reading your essay, it will be totally shortlisted by there will be a reading committee in UK, and they will be reading your essay and they will be selecting your essay. after going through your leadership example, your definition of leadership, so you have to be very careful while writing such an example, because some situation may come where you have to write very technical terms which will be relating to your own subject area. But a lame person, as for example, I have studied physics, but you are writing sociological terms that I don't know, then that in that scenario you have to a bit liberal in terms of giving words, not using too much technical terms in your essay. So you have to focus on that. Now here we have to write, this is suggestive, and if you'll go through the Chevening website, you'll find that they are emphasizing on star L approach. See this one, star L approach. This is the most emphasized approach, most emphasized structure in which you have to write your essay. So we'll discuss what is this star L approach. In this star L approach, we'll decode each and every term. Before that, we'll try to figure out what they are asking for. So in the right side, you can see that your definition of leadership. So in the first paragraph, you can start with the definition of your leadership. Now you have to focus specifically on what you did. So when you will be writing your example of leadership, so you have to focus what you have done, not the team. So you might be a part of team, you might be leading a team, or you might be sub leading the team, but in that scenario you have to write what you have done. So it will be, the words that you will be using, it should be totally I instead of we. So I have clearly written. And again, whatever I am saying, it's not my, it is not, I haven't derived all these things, I have taken it from multiple sources, and what I have used in my essay, that is what I am just sharing it here. So you don't have to believe me, you have to check it. You have to go through multiple sources, and then after you will find the same thing. So that is what I have summarized only. Again, as I said that you have to focus what you have done, not your team. Again, you can give the context of the team, that is amazing, but you have to clearly mention that what was your task, what was your role within the team. Now when we talk about leadership example, so that leadership example should be very strong in terms of it we come from such a background where we are facing a lot of challenges in our life, and we try to fix all these problems using our leadership quality. So again, it could be anything, but sometimes while writing we don't focus on i mean in this essay you have to sell yourself. So when you are selling yourself, you have to explain, you have to talk about yourself, and you have to, you have to try uh, uh, to sell it in terms of writing your own story where you are your own hero. So you will be writing that you have done XYZ, you have to go through multiple challenges, you have to, but in at the meantime you did XYZ. After doing XYZ, this problem was solved. So when we talk about leadership quality, so basic question will come that where did you see, where did you show your leadership quality? So where, simple question comes is that where leaders will be born. So where there will be problem, leaders will be born. So in that perspective you have to write. If there is no problem, you won't find any leader anywhere, because everybody is having simple life, amazing life. So why anybody will come to solve your challenge? So there will be solution when there will be challenges, and leaders are supposed to solve the challenge. Now my question to others, and simple question, if I need to be bilingual, please let me know, otherwise I'll go in English only. So if you want to me to speak in Hindi as well, because I know Hindi and English only. So is there any does anyone have any problem with English only? Anyone, please? Okay, I'm getting message. Garima, so what do you want? Should I speak in Hindi only? Oh, sorry, English only or Hindi English mix? Okay, So I'll go on, keep writing mixed. Okay, ठीक है, थैंक यू, ओके। तो मैं हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में जाऊंगा। तो जब हम ऐसे की बात कर रहे हैं, तो ऐसे केस में हमें अपने आप पर फोकस करना है और अगेन प्रॉब्लम बेस्ड सॉल्यूशन लेकर आना है कि आपने कुछ प्रॉब्लम देखा, आपने वहां पे कुछ सॉल्यूशन दिया, आपने कुछ काम किया, तो इस फॉर्म में हमें ऐसे को लिखना है। अदरवाइज जैसे एक ऑप्शन ये हो सकता है कि कई बार होता है कि हम अपने आप को जस्ट एक्सप्लेन करते हैं कि एक्स वाई जेड हमने ये किया, हमने वहां लीडरशिप हमने वहां पे दिखाया कि अरे वहां पे हम गए थे 10, आई मीन आई वेंट समवेयर, आफ्टर दैट I saw something and I started uniting people. We did a lot of work, and after that, we got things done. So, in that scenario, you have to write in star L approach. Now, again, here, what you have to focus is you have to research on your leadership example. Suppose, as for example, for me, when I started writing my leadership example, I did something in 2018 when I was in Ranchi University, and I started thinking about my leadership example. And when I uh, went through my leadership example, I had to do a lot of research because the impact was very big, and earlier I didn't know that. So I had to go through multiple things to understand what I have done. As for because I'll go through it, I'll show my example, my paper, that how I went through my essay and what kind of research it needed. So again, whatever you are writing, you have to focus on, the work you have done, because again, you have to connect it to the larger context as well. So as I've written that, try connecting with the larger context, and in that larger context, what you did, what was your impact, and how it led to something where you have solved any issue. Again, outline strategy in detail. So अब स्ट्रैटेजी की बात करते हैं, तो अगेन स्टार एल अप्रोच को जब हम देखेंगे तो हम बात करेंगे कि स्ट्रैटेजी क्या, किस स्ट्रैटेजी की बात हम यहाँ पे कर रहे हैं। तो जस्ट सेकेंड। So again, you have to understand the question first. So in the question, what they are asking, they are looking for your definition of leadership. Your example, leadership example, that should be written in star L approach. So what is this star L approach, we'll discuss later, but again they are looking for some example that should be in star L approach. Now your question might come that one or two. So again, my recommendation will be, if you are writing one, that is really amazing, because you will get enough space, enough words to explain that example in detail, what you did. But if you're writing two, you have to be very concise, you have to be very economic in words, because at that moment of time you are writing two examples, there you have to explain what you have done for these two leadership as well as the impact. So sometimes it may cause some problem, but again, recommended would be one or two, don't go beyond two, otherwise there will be loss of words. Star L approach, and in that star L, so S1 is situation. Okay, we'll discuss. Sorry, we'll discuss later. Now, next one, the first essay we have done, it is on leadership and influence, and what you have to do, you understood. Now, next one is on relationship building and shared learning. So, in the relationship building and shared learning, basically it is also called as networking skill. So, what is that networking skill? Again, just giving you an example. When we talk about networking, where where we would like to know that we got connected to some person, we build some professional relationship, and we are benefiting with each other. So it is not only where you are getting connected to some person and you are getting benefited only. So but we are talking where we are mutually benefiting. Suppose I met Ratnadeep, we got connected through Zoom or something else, but later in our life we will be connecting, we will be sharing each other's knowledge, each other's contact, each other's resources to help each other. Not only personal help, but also it could be professional organizational help. Similarly, in this essay, you have to focus on networking skill, relationship building skill, and shared learning part, where you have to, again, since they are looking for individual who should have, see here. Oh, sorry. wait a second. Yeah, so they are looking for strong professional relationship building skill. Now when we talk about leadership, a leader should have a strong trait of professional relationship building. So a leader cannot be without networking skill, because leader is one who are connecting to a lot of people and managing each other's expertise. So here you have to discuss on such things that yes, you are a leader, you have established in the previous essay that yes, you are a leader. Now in this essay you have to write that somewhere in past you got a connection somewhere. It could be one connection, two connection, or anything, and using that relationship, using that network, you did some work which was impactful in the community, society, or for your personal life as well, or for your college, for your organization. It could be anything. So for me, when I started writing this essay, I used one example where I got one connection, and from that connection I used in my village, and I got one work done that was related to Manrega. However, I am going to study education and social justice, and my background is in science and social, I mean science in education. But I gave examples that was totally different from education, and it was related to Manrega, that rural employment thing. So it could be anything, but you have to clearly explain in a star L approach, where again a star L approach will be discussing. So in that way, again there was some problem, but you used one network, one connection to get that thing done. Now go through the question once again, what they are writing. So here they are writing, see, who will engage with other, I mean with the Chevening community. Now the main goal of Chevening is to connect with the leaders of different countries as well. So Chevening will be organizing a lot of events. I mean, I'm going to Chevening scholar as a Chevening scholar right now, and they will be organizing a lot of networking events, and we have to connect with a lot of people across the world. So they're looking for some person who will have that strong skill to engage with a lot of people, and who will build network with other people. Now again they are saying that who will engage with the Chevening community and influence and lead others in their chosen profession. So they are clearly saying that they will influence people. Now who can influence people? Who have good network, who have good number of people in their life. So you will be supposed to engage with them, you are supposed to lead them, and you are supposed to influence them. So they want such kind of people. Now again next question is, please explain how you build and maintain relationship. So here, I mean in this part they are writing that what they are demanding from your essay, I mean what kind of people they are looking for. So reading these sentences will make sense, because what they are demanding, they're writing. Now you have to deliver your essay in such a way that what they are asking for. Okay, now please explain how you build and maintain relationship in a professional capacity. So they are asking how you make relationship with other people, how you maintain that relationship. So again, if you met person X, but how you maintain it? You met in somewhere in the conference, but how you are maintaining relationship? You are engaging in, I mean you might be engaging, you might be sharing your doubt question, you might be sharing some of your papers, it could be anything, and in that way you are building that relationship, you are maintaining that relationship. For me, some of the relationship I maintain in social media only. So as for example, in social media what I do, when somebody puts WhatsApp status, I reply, I give my critical feedback or something like that, and later on we start to become a good friend. So it could, I mean this is just an example. You can give any kind of example how you maintain it. So what you can do is you can write your own definition. Now after definition, what they're asking, they're clearly saying using clear examples of how you currently do this. So again they are asking for example, what they have asked in the leadership part also. So here also you have to give one example, and you have to give plan for the future as well, that okay, this is your leaders, I mean this is your communication skill or relationship building skill, and how you will increase or improve this skill, and how will you use in your future career? So you have to try to wind up with that. So there are these two essays that we have discussed. Again, there are some ways of doing where you can do, you can write your definition of networking. Again, here also, what you have done. So in the networking example also, you have to write what you have done only. Being part of the team, what was your role in building relationship? What was your role in bringing people together? So you have to focus on yourself. Similarly, again, you have to focus on I only, not we. You have to write strong example where you will be discussing about your example where you made some impact. Again, thorough research, what you have done in the leadership part. Try connecting with the larger context. So simply what we have discussed in the leadership part. Now the question will be how to, wait a second, yeah. Okay, so what kind of a structure you should use? That should be star L approach. So what is that star L approach? S means, so as earlier I said that you have to start with the introductory paragraph where you will be introducing your definition of leadership. Next, continuing paragraph. So in the continuing paragraph, you will be writing in a star L approach. So what is that star L approach? So star S stands for situation. So again, as earlier I said that leaders cannot born where there is no problem. So you become a leader where there was a problem. So what was the problem? So situation means your problem statement. So what was the problem when you shown your leadership skill? What was your task? So there was some problem. The task was to solve that problem. So you have to write in such a way. What was your action? So when I said that you have to use I instead of we, you have to focus on you instead of whole team. So here you have to write your own action. So you cannot do any work without a team. But in that team, what was your task? So you have to write in that action part. Now R for result. So what was the impact? So you had some problem, there was one task, and then after, what was the action, your action, what you did. Here you have to focus on the strategy that I am talking, outline strategy in detail. So in that action part, you have to discuss about your strategy, your challenge, everything you want to write in that. And last one is result. So what was the impact? And after completing a star, you have to write your own learning. In some part of the, if somewhere you'll see about star approach, you won't find L, which is added later by some of the scholars, which I'm using as well. So in the learning, after some kind of, such star approach where you shown your leadership skill, what was your own learning throughout this event, throughout this journey of your leadership? So you have to focus on your learning as well. In the leadership, again, star L approach. In networking part also, you had some problem, some network helped you to solve that problem. So in the leadership example also, you have to focus on star L approach. Star L approach again is the same. Here just difference is S and C. So context is again situation and task, so nothing else. Now question may come that okay, you are writing some examples that may, nobody is going to check whether you have done it or not. They will believe you on from your essay only. So in that part, you have to be very smart. So you have to use the smart method. So in that smart method, you have to be very specific. Now you can write, some people may write, okay, within a day I met one person and within a day some issue was solved. So in that case, it should be measurable. You cannot write anything that okay, the challenge was big and you completed within a day. So you have to be very in that case, very calculative, that you cannot write anything. Again, achievable. You took some time to solve that problem and that was achievable. not unachievable. As for example, some work can be done in 1 month, but you are saying that you completed within 5 days. So in that way, that should be achievable that you did. It should be relevant as well. I mean, in the essay itself, you have to stick to your specific example. You have to be very relevant to that part. And time bound, again, you have to focus on the time, that how much time you took to solve such and such problem. Now, this smart method can be also used in the later essays that will be discussed by Laxdip. So you will get this, you may get this smart method, but again, keep this in mind. If you want to take screenshot, or if you want to get this PPT, I will definitely share. You will get this PPT, no need to worry at all. Now, in this introductory paragraph, as I said, that you have to write. I mean, you don't have to write, but again, this is the way you can write in better way. So your definition of leadership or networking, continuing paragraph where you will be discussing a star rail approach, the task, issue, problem, everything you will be writing there. In the concluding paragraph, at the end, as they have said earlier, that outline how hope you use to these skills in the future, or yeah, so how you are going to use this, and how Chevening will be helping you in improving that skills, those skills. So at the end, if you're writing in 1 or 2 sentences that, okay, if I'll go to Chevening, I'll be getting help from XYZ, or maybe meeting diverse network of people, and I'll be increasing my network. So you can write in the concluding paragraph as well, where you will be discussing. Oh, so where you will be discussing about Chevening, that how you will get benefit from the Chevening in this part. So yes, this is essay 1 we discussed. Now I'll show my example, where whether I'll get it here or not. Wait a second, I have to use. Okay, just give me a second. I'll show my example where how I have given my definition of leadership. Just give me a second. I have to use. Just give me a second. Meanwhile, Ratnadeep bhai, can you check the question? Can you compile the questions? Okay.
Okay.
ओ सॉरी, हाँ हिंदी में मुझे बोलना था वो. Okay, so one question. Okay, I'm getting some question. No worries. Hello. Yes. So now you can see my essay, where just give me. Okay, it is loading. Yeah. So here in this part, you can see that how I have used how I have written my definition of leadership. So here you can see, it is my definition. For you, it could be totally, your definition of leadership could be different. So what I've written is that leadership is the act of taking initiative that inspires others to take initiative. Leaders are those who lead the way. For me, leadership is the process of creating leaders for society who start a dialogue and uh, initiative among stakeholders to benefit a large section of people. Coming from a marginalized community, being a first generation learner inspired me to lead from the front while ensuring the upliftment of my community. So this is my definition of leadership. So you can write your own. Similarly, in the relationship part also, I have written that I believe professional relationship building and networking skills are the most important criteria for leadership who knows the quality and skills of teammates and inspires, motivates and coordinates as per their expertise. So ये मेरा definition है कि भाई प्रोफेशनल रिलेशनशिप बिल्डिंग की स्किल एक इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट होता है किसी लीडर के लाइफ का, जहां पर वो लोगों के स्किल, अपने अपने टीममेट्स के स्किल को जानता है, इंस्पायर करता है, मोटिवेट करता है और कोऑर्डिनेट करता है उसके एक्सपर्टीज को देखते हुए, तो जो अपने लोगों को अच्छे से जानता है। नाउ ये मैंने अपना डेफिनेशन लिखा। अब मैं कैसे, देखिए यहाँ से कैसे मैं जाता हूँ स्टार एल अप्रोच। So you can see here in this highlighted part that okay, this is my problem statement. What was the problem statement? Ranchi University was late in the session for 10 years. Ranchi University 10 साल में 10 साल से 10 साल मतलब 10 साल से बहुत लेट था। 2 साल का कोर्स को 3 साल में करवाते थे वो, मतलब कि वो एग्जाम लेट से लेते थे। इसकी वजह से क्या होता था, लोगों के बीच में बहुत ज़्यादा सीरियस फाइनेंशियल एंड करियर डिस्ट्रेस होता था, क्योंकि वो 1 साल पूरा गैप हो जाता था। प्लस यूनिवर्सिटी में बहुत सारे रिसोर्सेज की कमी थी। तो मैंने ये प्रॉब्लम लिखा, ठीक है। हमारा टास्क क्या था, तो टास्क था कि इसे सॉल्व करना। अब मैं इधर देखिए कि मैंने कितना एक्सप्लेन किया है। नाउ आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड व्हाट आई हैव डन, एक्शन। So task was to solve that problem, and how much I have written. This is all my plan, that it was all my action, where I have written that I started a survey, मैंने सर्वे किया। हाँ सॉरी, yes Mansi, I will share the slide with you all, so no need to worry at all. So this is how I have written. Now at the end you can see I have written, so all these are my strategy, my action. Now here in this part you can see that this was the result. What was the result? In May 2019, University Administration developed a proper plan of regular session with our consultation. So I did something, they came to us, and then after they build one, they brought the session together, on time. And how many people got benefited? My initiative helped more than 1 lakh students, including 50,000 tribal students from socioeconomically marginalized background from 4 districts. So this was my impact. So in that star L approach, situation, task, action and the result. So this is how I have written. Now again I'll remove it, I won't share it with anyone, because again if I'll show it completely, if you will see this one, it may you may lose your own objectivity, you may lose your own skill, not skill, but your own creativity to weave all these kinds of story together. So this is how I have written. Now I'll go with the question. So okay, I'm done with my slide. Once again I'll try to revise this slide, just go through it once again, and then after we can start with the question. So again, leadership example. Structure of the essay, star L approach. As earlier I shown that introductory paragraph, what is your definition of leadership or networking. Continuing paragraph, you have to write in the star L approach. कंटिन्यूइंग पैराग्राफ में आपको स्टार एल अप्रोच में लिखना है। फिर कंक्लूडिंग पैराग्राफ देना है कि चीवनिंग आपको कैसे मदद करेगा उसको इम्प्रूव करने में। तो ये आपको एसे 1 और एसे 2 में मदद करना है। तो आई थिंक यस, आई एम डन विद द my presentation. Now I can take questions. So okay, I'll go one by one in the message part. Ratndeep bhai, can I go with the question? Since it is
yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one question I have got, while essay writing, can we add some pictures of our work? Is it acceptable? Oh, so in that part you have to write these essay in the portal. So in the portal images are not allowed, so you have to better, what you can do is you can write in the MS Word or Google Docs. You have to refine a lot of times, you have to draft. So again, I have written this essay after a lot of draft. I have improved a lot, I have got a lot of comments, a lot of feedback from my mentors, and then after I came to this essay which was selected this year. I mean, previous year also it was selected, but this year also it got selected and I got through it. So what you have to do, you cannot use image or anything, you have to just copy from the docs, Google Doc or MS Word, and then after you have to paste it in the portal. In the portal they will take only text. I hope, Chetna, I am able to clear your doubt. Another question is, can we use ChatGPT? So again, yes, I mean, use ChatGPT for the purpose of your for the purpose of getting an idea, for the, yes, I mean, also for grammatical corrections, uh, but don't use the words terms as it is, because again they use this AI detection software, so you cannot use it. However, you can ask for StarL approach, you can ask for any other approach in the AI, which you can use. I mean, it would be, I mean, it is suggested as well as it is compulsory that you are writing by your own. If they will get to know that you are you have used some kind of AI, then they, I mean, they will clearly reject your application. Tushar has written that, can we use ChatGPT or Meta to enhance? Yes, definitely, yes. I mean, to enhance your, but don't try to enhance English skill. Again, you can use some of the words from AI, but again, don't completely rely on ChatGPT or any AI. Will please show the approaches slide, star, smart, and other approach? Yes, so I have, I mean, I think, yes, you have seen. I will share it as well if you want it. Can we give examples of leadership from a, yes, definitely, I mean, yeah, you can give leadership example of anything. You can imagine when you were in graduation and you did something, you led some committee, you led some clubs, you led NCC, NSS, or anything, you can use that as well. So I, in 2022, I used the example of 2018. Similarly, in 2023 also I used the example of 2018 itself. So I mean, no need to worry at all. But it is suggested that mix list of your leadership example, try to write three four examples. Out of them, don't think of timeline as such, that okay, it is very old so I cannot take it. Don't consider that. What you can do, based on the impact, based on the, I mean, whichever you are consider that is strong, use that. Don't go by the time. It is not necessary that you have to write the example of previous 6 months, 1 year, nothing. You can take example of 2014, 15, 17, doesn't matter. Subhankar, which all countries is this? Okay, oh, so dear Subhankar, I mean, you have to go through the previous webinars. So Chevening scholarship is only applicable in UK for masters only. Rest thing you can get it from the slide. You will get a lot of that. It is for any stream. Deepak Kaushal, for Chevening you at all. University application is different. Chevening application is totally different. So for Chevening you don't need IELTS score at all. How many times? Oh, so it is not like UPSC. In UPSC, there is, I mean, limitation, but here you can apply for many times. But if you're getting one time, after that you cannot apply. So, I mean, if you are availing the benefits of Chevening, after that you are not eligible. But if you are not getting, so for a lot of times you can apply for the Chevening. So there are, I know some people who have applied for 3 times, 4 times, after that they got selected. I know some person who applied for 8 years and then after they got selected. So there is no need to worry at all. There is no age limit at all. I mean, in my cohort, I know some people who are at the age of, I mean, they have age of 40 plus. With me, one scholar who is 2004 batch IS officer. She cleared her UPSC in 2004. She became IS in 2004, and now she is going for the Chevening scholarship. So there is no age limit. Is it mandatory to have academic transcript and passport ready? Yes, yes, yes. So while application, you should have the passport. So if you don't have passport and if you are planning to apply, get your passport done right now. Apply it right now. Transcript also. So you have to. For Chevening application, they will give you time. So till February you need transcript. So no need to worry about the transcript part. Pradeep has written, I have experience in NGO in education sector. Can you suggest courses? Okay. So for that, there are multiple courses in education. For me, education and social justice, education and international development, education and gender. There are a lot of things. So you have to go through individually universities or maybe course selectors. So we can discuss, Pradeep, personally. Yes, recommendation is very much important. You need 2 recommendation letters from 2 person, which who will be commenting on your leadership skill as well as your academic skills. So yes, you need 2 recommendation, but not right now. After selection you can give it. So before selection it is not necessary to submit this recommendation letter. Apart from essays, so Divya, apart from essays, first the first hurdle is essay. So every year from India, 6 to 7,000 scholars apply. Candidates apply for the Chevening scholarship, and out of 7,000, 150 or 200 students, candidates get selected. So selected for the interview. So this is the very tough round. So you have to focus on essay firstly. After that, interview round is not that much difficult, because again in the interview you have to explain your whatever you have written, you have to just justify in the interview. So interview is totally different, but again the very preliminary round is your application, that essay. Other than that, they are not asking for anything. Again, they will ask for 2 years of work experience, 2,800 hours of work experience. So again, for the eligibility part, you have to go through the previous webinars or previous documents or the Chevening website. Today we are discussing only for the essay. Any age barrier? No. Can we show leadership in political? Yes, definitely. Again, they are looking for some kind of leader who have the political influence. So yes, obviously. I'll score again. No, you don't need I'll score for the Chevening, but for the university it is totally different thing. So again, we will plan for university application later. Right now we are totally focusing on Chevening, so there is no need of any I'll score right now. In the networking question, can you suggest how can we engage with Chevening? It is subjectivity. So what I wrote is that since I want to work in the education sector, so what I wrote is Chevening is providing me such an opportunity. Wait a second, I'll show my example, but don't use that. Use you can use from your perspective. It is what I have used in from my perspective, so it will be totally different from person to person. See here. Selection for the Chevening interview the previous year helped me to connect with the current Chevening scholars from Jharkhand and other states, whom I see as potential partners. Whom I see potential partners in solving the education crisis. I see Chevening as the only platform. I see Chevening as the only platform in the world that provides me the strong lifetime diverse network of scholars who can be potential stakeholders in my aim for social justice in education to be achieved. So this is how I have used. Here also I used while interview what I did. I spoke that okay, I want to work in the education field, and education field is such a field where I need support from scholars from different disciplines. So I mean, you have to curate from your own perspective your subject area. uh, uh, yes, I will share my LinkedIn. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. Email also I'll share. No worries. Does two professional reference work? Yes, definitely. In this, I mean, professional, academic, anything works. But given that your referee should write on your leadership, networking, and academic skills. Eligibility criteria, again, Rajini, you have to go through the website because we have done a lot of webinars. You just go through Eklavya India Foundation YouTube channel, you will get it. Devesh, okay. Thank you, Devesh. Rusikesh, yes, I mean, as Devesh has written that um, in the website, Chevening website, you will get a lot of tips that we have discussed, but again, you will need some time to go through it. So whatever I have discussed, we went through a lot of times through the Chevening website, so you'll get it there. No need to worry at all. How many work requires? So again, 2 years or 2800 hours. So just go through the Chevening website, you will get it everything there. I think I have clarified all the questions. If you have any more question, you can write it. Otherwise, yeah, it is 3:57, and I
Also,
have
आप
completed
कुछ
on time. We
uh,
started 5 minutes late, but again,
thank you, Shishu Ranjan. Also, we have another session also. You people can ask your another questions or some related questions to our another guest who is also here. So, thank you, Shishu. Thank you so much for this wonderful, informative session. So, moving towards, we have another guest, Laxdip Pendharkar sir, who is a head of process excellence at uh, First Breach, and who has been selected for a Chevening Scholar as a Chevening Scholar in 2022 to the 2023. Yeah. So welcome you, Lakshadweep sir, and I please also I request to you, please you can introduce yourself as in a brief. Yeah, please.
So yeah, thanks Ratandeep. Thanks for giving a formal introduction. So yeah, my name is Laxdip Pendharkar, and I hope my voice is clear to everyone.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks. Yeah, so basically I'm from Maharashtra, and so I have secured Chevening scholarship in year 2022. I have done my masters in social entrepreneurship from University of Strathclyde, Glasgow. Okay. So yeah. So anyway, I think Shishu Ranjan has clarified the first two essays, leadership and networking essays, and I will go ahead with the third and fourth essay, that is why to study in UK, and the career plan essay. Okay. Look, I will be giving you a, general understanding and best practices of writing the essays. Okay. And okay, so I'm getting some messages. So I request you, whatever queries are there, let the session get completed, and at the end you can ask all your queries. I hope it is fine. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks. Okay. So I'm just sharing my screen with you so that we can go ahead in systematic and structured way. Yes, Mira.
Actually, sir, one request, Azhar here. One request,
I know.
can we take this session bilingual, Hindi and English?
Okay. Okay, fine. I understand.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I hope everyone is able to see the screen. Okay.
Yeah, sir.
Got it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I will do, एक तो एक्सप्लेन करूंगा कि बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस क्या होनी चाहिए ये चेमनिंग एसेस लिखने की. Along with that, I will add my experience as well कि मैंने क्या किया था. Okay, so that you will get a better clarity. So obviously for each point I may not be able to share my experience, but I will try my best possible to share my experiences with you. Okay, so let us start with the third essay question. Study in UK. Why to study in UK? So I'm just reading the question. So outline why you have selected your chosen three university courses, and explain how this relates to your previous academic or professional experience and your plans for the future. Please enter new information and examples here and not duplicate the information you have entered on the work experience and education section of this form. So why I read the question? Because I want you people also to read the question again and again to understand it. If you understand the question properly, then you will be able to answer the question properly. Okay. Now I'm breaking the question into three parts. The first part is why you have selected your chosen three university courses. ठीक है, तो इसमें क्या है, हमको ये बताना है कि हमने यही कोर्स क्यों चूज किए हैं, यही यूनिवर्सिटीज एंड यही कोर्स क्यों चूज किए हैं. Okay, so our focus should be explaining the three courses. Second point is how this relates to your previous academic or professional experience and your future plans and your plans for the future. Now, here you see, look, they have clearly asked how this relates to your previous academic and professional experience along with your future plans. Means, उन चेवनी का एक्सपेक्टेशन ये है कि आपने जो लीडरशिप में एक्सप्लेन किया है, आपने जो नेटवर्किंग में एक्सप्लेन किया है, और आपने जो अपने करियर प्लान में एक्सप्लेन किया है, उन तीन एसएस के साथ आपका एजुकेशनल एस्पिरेशन जो है, आपके कोर्स सिलेक्शन जो है, वो लिंक होने चाहिए. ओके, सो फॉर एग्जांपल, जो मेरा लीडरशिप में जो मैंने अपने इवेंट शेयर किए थे, जो एक्सपीरियंस शेयर किया था, दैट वाज ऑन वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. ओके, जो नेटवर्किंग में मैंने शेयर किया था, दैट वाज आल्सो मोर और लेस रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. ओके, जो मेरा करियर प्लान में मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया था, दैट आल्सो आई क्लियरली मेंशन दैट आई वांट टू वर्क ऑन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट, स्पेसिफिकली रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट. ओके, और जब मैंने अपने कोर्सेज सिलेक्ट किए, यूनिवर्सिटी सिलेक्ट किया, तो मेरे कोर्सेज जो थे वो थे सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. हाँ, जो मेरा कोर्स था वो था सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. तो मेरा लीडरशिप में जो मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया था वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, जो नेटवर्किंग में मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया था रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, जो मेरा करियर प्लान का था एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट, वो लिंक हो गया मेरे कोर्सेज से, दैट इज सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. ओके, नाउ next is enter new information and examples here and not duplicate the information. So whatever you have written in your previous two essays, those or that content or extract of that content should not be repeated in the study why to study in UK essays. Okay. Okay, so if anyone has any query, just note it down. Note it down from your side only. Later you can ask me. I'm just moving ahead with the next slide. So this is before starting with writing the essays. पहले तो आपको अपना रिसर्च एंड एनालिसिस करना पड़ेगा. okay? कि रिसर्च एंड एनालिसिस इन द सेंस कि आपको क्या लिखना है, आपको थोड़ा सोचना पड़ेगा. तो थोड़ा आपको डिटेल में सोचना पड़ेगा. ओके, मल्टीपल इटरेशंस करने पड़ेंगे कि आपको एग्जैक्टली कौन सा यूनिवर्सिटी में जाना है, क्यों जाना है. सो हियर आई एम गिविंग दैट फ्रेमवर्क. ठीक है, ये फ्रेमवर्क है, ये कुछ पॉइंट्स है which on which you can think कि so when you think on this you will get better clarity कि कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी सेलेक्ट करनी है या फिर कौन से कोर्सेज सेलेक्ट करने हैं. And this activity need to be done before drafting the essays. So the first point is why you want to pursue masters abroad. ठीक है, तो अब्रॉड में ही क्यों जाना चाहते हो. ओके, अब देखिए इसमें क्वेश्चन, आप उस क्वेश्चन को देखिए, इस क्वेरी को देखिए या फिर इस पॉइंट को देखिए. इट इज आस्किंग यू कि व्हाई यू वांट टू परस्यू मास्टर्स अब्रॉड. इट इज नॉट आस्किंग यू दैट व्हाई यू डोंट वांट टू परस्यू मास्टर्स इन योर होम कंट्री. करेक्ट. तो काफी लोग जो है वो उनका आंसर कई बार ऐसा होता है कि इंडिया में मुझे ये कंसर्न है, इंडिया में मुझे वो कंसर्न है. दे आर नॉट एक्सपेक्टिंग what is not there in India. They are expecting what you have observed abroad. Okay. So this is the first thing which you have to think over. Now the second point, जब आपको ये क्लैरिटी मिल गई आपको कि अब्रॉड में ही क्यों, then next is यूके ही क्यों, okay, why not other countries? अब इसमें भी they are not expecting to compare with US or any other European countries. They are expecting you to focus on benefits of studying in UK. ठीक है, तो इन जनरल आई वांटेड टू शेयर दिस दैट ट्राई टू अवॉइड कि आप किससे कंपेयर कर रहे हो, जस्ट फोकस ऑन कि आपको यूके में स्टडी करने से क्या बेनिफिट मिलेगा। ठीक है, अब अगर चेवनिंग की तरफ से देखा जाए तो ये लिंक है। ठीक है, सो दिस इज द चेवनिंग वेबसाइट लिंक ओनली। तो यहाँ पे उन्होंने मेंशन किया है कि यूके में स्टडी करने की क्या क्या बेनिफिट है, बट उन्होंने एक जनरल इंफॉर्मेशन दी है वहाँ पे। ठीक है, दैट इज नॉट बैक्ड बाय डेटा और फैक्ट्स। ओके, सो आपको जनरल इंफॉर्मेशन, दिस इज ऑप्शन, यू कैन गो थ्रू द लिंक, यू कैन गेट द जनरल इंफॉर्मेशन। उस जनरल इंफॉर्मेशन को आप स्पेसिफाई कर सकते हो अपने लैंग्वेज में। ठीक है, आप समझ लो वहां पे कुछ 8-10 पॉइंट दिए हैं, तो उसमें से एक या दो पॉइंट जो आपको रिलेवेंट लगते हैं, यू चूज दैट पॉइंट और उसको स्पेसिफाई करो कि व्हाई यू लाइक दैट पॉइंट, एंड दैट विल क्लैरिफाई दैट व्हाई यू वांट टू स्टडी इन यूके। ओके, आई एम जस्ट मेंशनिंग दिस इन चैट बॉक्स। Now you covered that why you want to study, miss, in your brainstorming you covered that why you want to pursue masters abroad, then you covered why you want to study then which courses or which universities। तो जब आपको कोर्स सिलेक्ट करना हो, so there are several points जिस पे आपको सोचना पड़ेगा। ओके, सो द फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज यूनिवर्सिटी की ग्लोबल रेपुटेशन। तो आप थोड़ा सा रिसर्च करो कि जिस यूनिवर्सिटी में आपको स्टडी करना चाहते हो उसकी ग्लोबल रेपुटेशन क्या है। रैंकिंग इज वन ऑफ द एलिमेंट ऑफ ग्लोबल रेपुटेशन। ओके, अपार्ट फ्रॉम रैंकिंग देयर आर अदर थिंग्स व्हिच यू नीड टू स्टडी, यू नीड टू रिसर्च। ओके, जस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल, तो जब मैंने यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ स्ट्रेथक्लाइड का मेंशन किया था, तो आई ट्राइड टू रिसर्च कि यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ स्ट्रेथक्लाइड को कौन कौन से ग्लोबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की तरफ से एक्रेडिशन मिला है या फिर एक वेल रिकॉग्निशन मिला है, एंड आई लिस्टेड आउट दैट। ओके, अपार्ट फ्रॉम रैंकिंग दिस इज द एडिशनल व्हिच आई हैड डन। सेकंड पॉइंट, आप सोच सकते हैं टाउन एंड सिटी के बारे में। ठीक है, कि आपको समझ लो आपने यूनिवर्सिटी, you got some point that this kind of I want to go in this kind of university, then you have to think कि किस टाइप की सिटी में जाना है, आपको क्यों जाना है। okay? So उसमें भी आप लाइक डाइवर्स वे से थिंक कर सकते हो, मे बी नेटवर्किंग पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से थिंक कर सकते हो, मे बी इस टाइप से थिंक कर सकते हो जो आपकी जो फील्ड है उस फील्ड में उस टाउन या उस सिटी में कुछ हो रहा हो। ठीक है, दैट यू कैन सी, मे बी उस जो आपकी फील्ड है उस फील्ड की जो कंपनीज है, रिलेवेंट कंपनीज है उस पर्टिकुलर सिटीज में है, दैट आल्सो यू कैन थिंक। ओके, सो यू हैव टू थिंक ऑन मल्टीपल एलिमेंट्स। ठीक है, फिर नेक्स्ट पॉइंट आपका आ जाएगा जब कोर्स सिलेक्शन में, कि आपको थोड़ा कोर्स के डिटेल में जाना पड़ेगा। ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल व्हेन आई से आई हैव चोजन सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, so it is not like so when we read the words social entrepreneurship, we are pretty much clear कि वो क्या है। okay, but still we need to get into details। so वो डिटेल्स क्या क्या हो सकती है, वो डिटेल्स हो सकती है उसके मॉड्यूल्स, उस सब्जेक्ट में कौन कौन से मॉड्यूल्स है, उस कोर्स में कौन कौन से मॉड्यूल्स है, उस मॉड्यूल्स के डिटेल्स में आपको जाना पड़ेगा। यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड, okay, that exactly what you are going to learn। now for example if there are 10 modules, then you need to understand कि उस 10 में से which 2 or 3 you are liking, or which 2 or 3 are more relevant to you। okay, that you need to check। just for example, uh, in University of Strathclyde there were 10 modules। okay, out of 10 modules I like 2 modules the most, one is the entrepreneurial mindset, another one is entrepreneurial finance। okay, and I have explained that, okay, I'm more focused or I'm more interested in these 2 modules। Okay, and it is not just interest, it's not just focus. Why the interest is there, why the focus is there? Because this is something relevant to my career plan, and briefly in 1 2 sentences I have explained that how it is relevant. Okay, so this gives you a very specific direction. मतलब चेवनी को भी बहुत एक आइडिया मिल जाता है कि आपने वही कोर्स क्यों सिलेक्ट किया है। आपने इसलिए सिलेक्ट किया है बिकॉज आपको मॉड्यूल अच्छे लगे हैं। वो मॉड्यूल आपको क्यों अच्छे लगे हैं? बिकॉज देयर इज अ रीजन कि वो आपके करियर प्लान के साथ अलाइन है। दिस इज जस्ट आई एम शेयरिंग माय एक्सपीरियंस। आपके रीजन कुछ डिफरेंट हो सकते हैं। ठीक है। Second, try to research about the professors. जिस जिस कोर्स में आप जाना चाहते हो, जिस कोर्स को स्टडी करना चाहते हो, अम, उसमें कोई ऐसे प्रोफेसर है जिनका जिनका प्रोफाइल आपको अच्छा लगा हो, या आपको लगता है कि नहीं, ये जो प्रोफेसर है ये मुझे अच्छे से गाइडेंस दे सकते हैं, इनका रिसर्च एंड इनका वर्क जो है वो मेरे वर्क से मैच हो रहा है। Okay, or मेरे वर्क से रिलेवेंट है, so that I can get a detailed understanding from this professor. That you have to mention. You have to mention in the sense this is an idea, it is a thought I am giving, that you can mention this as well. Okay, just for example, so I identified two professors, one from University Goldsmith College, okay, and second is University of Strathclyde. और उनका मैंने एक briefly explanation दिया था कि how their research is relevant to my work. Okay, now while selecting the course, you also need to think about getting connected with the alumni and taking their feedback. जिस कोर्स को आप करना चाहते हो, देखो कि उस कोर्स को पहले भी कोई कर चुका है क्या। इफ यू डोंट फाइंड, लिंक्डइन पे जनरली आपको इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाएगी। इन केस यू डोंट फाइंड दैट इन्फॉर्मेशन, देन व्हाट यू कैन डू, यू सर्च फॉर द यूनिवर्सिटी, मीन्स द एलुमनी, कि उस यूनिवर्सिटी से कौन कौन से कैंडिडेट्स है जो पास आउट हुए हैं, एंड यू ट्राई टू अप्रोच देम। उनसे ट्राई टू उनसे कनेक्ट करके ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड कि उनका फीडबैक क्या है, उनके इनपुट्स क्या है। ओके, दैट इनपुट्स यू कैन टेक, और उनके थ्रू देन यू कैन टेक रेफरेंस of those who have studied that particular course where you want to get enrolled. Okay, okay, now next is the next point is how the course will help your career. ठीक है, तो जो भी आप कोर्स सिलेक्ट कर रहे हो, that should align, that should help you to grow in your career, and that you have to elaborate how it is going to help your career, how the course is going to help your career, how the modules are going to help your career, how the university infrastructure, university environment going to help in your career, that you have to explain. Okay, so in summary, what I wanted to say, that before starting to draft the essay, you have to think over all these points. ठीक है, और इन सारे पॉइंट्स को आप कहीं तो आप लिख लेना। ठीक है, बिकॉज एक इटरेशन में सब कुछ क्लोज नहीं होगा। आप सारे पॉइंट्स को गैदर करोगे, डेटा गैदर करोगे, फैक्ट्स गैदर करोगे, लॉजिक गैदर करोगे, आप उसको लिखोगे, आप उसको रिव्यू करोगे, आप उसको मॉडिफाई करोगे। ऐसे 3 4 इटरेशन आपको करने पड़ेंगे, तब कहीं जाके आपका फाइनल ड्राफ्ट जो है वो रेडी होगा। ओके, नाउ सो वन मोर लिंक आई एम शेयरिंग। अब अगर हमको यूनिवर्सिटी सर्च करनी है, ठीक है, दिस लिंक आई एम शेयरिंग विथ यू। ओके, इस पे जाके आप जो है सिर्फ कुछ कीवर्ड्स डालिए। फॉर एग्जांपल, मुझे सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में मास्टर्स करना है, सो फॉर मी द कीवर्ड्स आर आइदर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप। ओके, सो इस टाइप के कीवर्ड्स डालिए, यू विल गेट अ लिस्ट ऑफ यूनिवर्सिटीज which are providing courses with what you are looking for. Okay, yeah. Now, whatever queries you have, you note down, and we will discuss at the end of the session. I'm moving ahead with the next slide. Now, राइटिंग स्ट्रक्चर। अभी हमने देख लिया कि हमको क्या क्या पॉइंट जो है वो कवर करने हैं while brainstorming or while drafting the essays. Okay, अब essay का structure कैसे होना चाहिए, ठीक है? So always think of this point, emphasis on what Chevening want to understand, ठीक है? तो Chevening जो है वो आपकी रिसर्च, डेप्थ ऑफ रिसर्च अंडरस्टैंड करना चाहता है। ओके, कि आपने जब कोर्स सिलेक्ट किया है, यूनिवर्सिटी सिलेक्ट की है, तो उस सिलेक्शन के पीछे रैशनल क्या है, उस सिलेक्शन के पीछे कितना डेप्थ रिसर्च है आपका, दैट चेवनिंग वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड, एंड दैट यू शुड बी वेरी क्लियर, ठीक है? नाउ द स्ट्रक्चर कैसे होना चाहिए, आपका जो फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ है, फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ शुड क्लैरिफाई व्हाई एंड व्हाट। ओके, सो व्हाई यू वांट टू स्टडी इन यूके, ओके, why you want to study in this whatever specifically why you want to study in UK, okay, the rationale behind that, तो उसमें आप रिसर्च करके कुछ डेटा फैक्ट्स लॉजिक मेंशन कर सकते हो। ओके, नाउ आपके सेकंड थर्ड एंड फोर्थ पैराग्राफ जो है वो फोकस होने चाहिए द सिलेक्टेड कोर्सेस, ठीक है? सो सेकंड पैराग्राफ में आप लिखोगी आपकी टॉप प्रायोरिटी यूनिवर्सिटी कौन सी है, या फिर आपका टॉप प्रायोरिटी कोर्स कौन सा है, ओके, दैट यू हैव टू एलैबोरेट। देन थर्ड पैराग्राफ में आपका दिखेगा कि सेकंड प्रायोरिटी कौन सी है, एंड यू हैव टू क्लियरली मेंशन विच इज योर फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी, विच इज योर सेकंड प्रायोरिटी, and why. Means if you are mentioning this is my first priority, then you have to clarify that why that is your first priority. Okay, if you are mentioning this is your second priority or this is your third priority, then you have to mention why this is your second and third priority. Okay, तो ये आपके ये चार पैराग्राफ रेडी हो गए। फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ जो है वो why you want to study in UK, okay, why you want to pursue masters, okay, सेकंड थर्ड पैराग्राफ जो है वो थ्री यूनिवर्सिटीज का डिटेल इन द सेंस why you have selected those courses उसका डिटेल। now the fifth paragraph, fifth paragraph should show the conclusion along with alignment with your career planning, okay, so just conclude in one two sentence or two three sentences and try to align the selection, the rationale of your selection with your career planning, कि मैंने ये कोर्स सिलेक्ट किया है या फिर ये यूनिवर्सिटी सिलेक्ट की है, okay, because it is connected with my career plan, okay. Now fifth point, okay, so जब आपका ड्राफ्ट पूरा कंप्लीट हो जाएगा देन रीचेक इट, देयर शुड बी कोहेरेंस बिटवीन द थ्री कोर्सेज। ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए कि एक कोर्स आपने सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का लिया, दूसरा कोर्स जो है आपने टेक्नोलॉजी का लिया, तीसरा कोर्स जो है आपने फाइनेंस मैनेजमेंट का लिया, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। If it is social entrepreneurship, the first course आपका just I am giving my example why I am saying social entrepreneurship, because this is what I have done. That is the reason I am sharing that example. Okay, so in my case, first course the my top priority was University of Strathclyde, social entrepreneurship. Second was Goldsmith, again social entrepreneurship. Third was Sussex. It was entrepreneurship. Okay, सो भले ही जो थर्ड जो है वो सोशल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप नहीं था, बट दैट वाज एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, कहीं ना कहीं वो कनेक्टेड था, कहीं ना कहीं वो कोहेरेंस था। ओके, so again this is about why to study in UK. Now you note down all your points. In next slide we'll move to the career plan essay drafting. Okay, so I'm just taking half a minute pause. Fine. In half a minute or 1 minute, you think over whatever I have explained. You note down your queries, and we will connect again within half or 1 minute, and I will start the career plan essay. So Ajay, I am audible, na?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
you are.
yes, you are audible.
Okay, so now let us move to the career plan essay. Now again, I am reading the question. Okay, why I'm reading the question? Because I want you people to read the question at least 2-3 times to understand the question properly. Chevening is looking for individuals who have a clear post-study career plan. Please outline your immediate plans upon returning home and your longer-term career plans. You may wish to consider how this relate to what the UK government is doing in your country. Okay. Now I'm breaking this question into 3 parts. Okay, just a minute. I think this is something relevant. Okay, so this is the first point. And this is the second point. So these are the 3 points. So first point about question में what first point is saying कि your post study career plan should be very clear. ठीक है, तो वहां पे हम स्मार्ट गोल यूज करेंगे. ठीक है, तो जो स्मार्ट जब हम स्मार्ट अप्रोच यूज करेंगे तो स्मार्ट अप्रोच से वी विल गेट कंप्लीट क्लैरिटी कि हमारा पोस्ट स्टडी करियर प्लान क्या है. Right, then the second point is we have to emphasis on immediate plans on returning to home and longer term plans. तो इस immediate और longer term को आप 3 parts में divide कर सकते हो, which is like short term, medium term and long term. Okay, now we have to research and understand what UK government is doing in our country and how our career plan can be aligned with that. So यहाँ पे I understand we have to focus on what UK government is doing in our country. In case if you don't find exactly what your UK government is doing, okay, then what you can do, you can try to understand what you other or what UK organizations, maybe private organizations or social organizations, they are aiming to do in our country, and you can relate your work with or you relate your career plan with the UK organizations or social enterprises. Okay. Now, again, first, before drafting the essays, you have to do the research and analysis. Okay, you have to do this entire brainstorming that what you want to write in essays, and these are the 5 points which will, this is a kind of framework. This 5 points framework will help you to do that brainstorming, to that research and analysis. Okay. Now, the first point is emphasis on what Chevening want to understand. Again, so think Chevening point of view, what they want to understand, what they want to know from you. They want to understand the depth of your research behind drafting the career plan. The depth of your brainstorming behind drafting the career plan. Okay, so that you have to be very precise. That you have to be very clear. एक जनरल करियर प्लान नहीं होना चाहिए कि नहीं मुझे तो एक अच्छी सी जॉब चाहिए एक अच्छे से ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, तो दिस इज माय करियर प्लान. या फिर नहीं मुझे तो अपना एक अच्छा सा बिजनेस चालू करना है, तो दिस इज माय करियर प्लान, या फिर मुझे अपना कुछ एनजीओ चालू करना है, फाउंडेशन ओपन करनी है, दिस इज माय करियर प्लान। तो वो जनरल नहीं होना चाहिए। अगर इफ दैट इज द करियर प्लान, दैट शुड बी वेरी स्पेसिफिकली मेंशन, और उसको 3 स्टेजेस में आपको डिवाइड करना है। फर्स्ट इज द शॉर्ट टर्म स्टेज, मीडियम स्टेज एंड लॉन्ग टर्म स्टेज। ठीक है। और जब आप स्पेसिफाई करोगे, तो आपको स्पेसिफाई करने के लिए बहुत डिटेल रिसर्च करनी पड़ेगी, आपको लॉजिक शेयर करने पड़ेंगे, आपको डेटा शेयर करना पड़ेगा, आपको फैक्ट्स शेयर करने पड़ेंगे। And the research, the logic, the data, the facts, this is what Chevening want to understand from you. Okay. Now, when you do brainstorming, the first point you should think of is what kind of problem or concern you want to solve. ठीक है, पहले तो प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट डिफाइन करनी पड़ेगी आपको, कि आपको एग्जैक्टली क्या प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करनी है। ओके, just for example, if I take my example, okay, then I wanted to solve the unemployment concern. This was my problem statement. Now, to solve the unemployment concern, I think that entrepreneurship development is the best way. Okay, and it is not just I think, I had justified it, I have proved that in my essay. Okay, so in this way, you can also think that what kind of problem you want to solve, okay, and what could be the potential solution. और पोटेंशियल सोल्यूशन कैसे होगा, आप उसमें कैसे कंट्रीब्यूट करोगे, दैट यू हैव टू क्लैरिफाई। ठीक है। एंड व्हेन आई से प्रॉब्लम, दैट प्रॉब्लम कैन बी ए कम्युनिटी प्रॉब्लम, नेशनल लेवल प्रॉब्लम, और ग्लोबल लेवल प्रॉब्लम। ओके, दैट यू आर बेस्ट टू डिसाइड। Again, what could be the potential solution? As I said, for my career plan, entrepreneurship incubation centers or an entrepreneurship development system was the potential solution. You can think of your solution, that what is the problem you have identified, and what kind of solution, what kind of potential solution you can give to you can give. Okay. Now, the goal. The goal should be smart. That is, it should be very specific. It should be measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. When I say specific, वो एक now जब मैं ये कहता हूँ कि the solution is developing entrepreneurship incubation centers or developing entrepreneurship development mechanism or entrepreneurship development system, वो एक जनरल हो गया, वो स्पेसिफिक नहीं हुआ। ठीक है, उसको मैंने स्पेसिफिक किया था अपने एसेस में, कि एग्जैक्टली व्हाट आई मीन टू से अबाउट एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डेवलपमेंट सिस्टम। तो उस सिस्टम को मैंने एलेबोरेट किया था। मेजरेबल, तो उसका इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा। चलो, आपने एक सिस्टम डेवलप कर ली, लेकिन उसका इम्पैक्ट कैसे होगा, आप मेजर कैसे करोगे। तो दैट यू हैव टू क्लैरिफाई कि उसके उसको आप मेजर कैसे कर रहे हो। ठीक है। देन अटेनेबल, इज इट अटेनेबल। ठीक है, कि क्या एक रियलिस्टिक है, या ऐसा हो भी सकता है। और उसका, बिकॉज देखो, होता है ना, आपको एक सिस्टम डेवलप करनी है, तो जब आप सिस्टम डेवलप करोगे, तो उसमें बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स इन्वॉल्व होते हैं। उसमें गवर्नमेंट इन्वॉल्व होती है, उसमें नॉन गवर्नमेंट थिंग्स होते हैं, उसमें फाइनेंशियल थिंग्स होते हैं, उसमें पीपल होते हैं। ओके, सो कंसिडरिंग ऑल द फैक्टर्स, डू यू थिंक इट इज अ रियलिस्टिक, इट इज अटेनेबल गोल, दैट यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन कि हाँ, ये अटेनेबल है और कैसे है। ठीक है। रिलेवेंट, तो आपका जो भी एकेडमिक बैकग्राउंड हो, आपका एक्सपीरियंस हो, ठीक है, और जो आपने लिखा है कि व्हाई यू वांट टू स्टडी इन यूके, इज इट रिलेवेंट टू दैट। सो दैट यू हैव टू एक्सप्लेन इन ब्रीफ कि हाँ, कैसे रिलेवेंट है। एंड टाइम हो, एक जनरल नहीं होना चाहिए कि चलो देखो मुझे ये करना है, ठीक है, और कुछ साल में ये मैं इम्प्लीमेंट कर दूंगा, और उससे अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का प्रॉब्लम जो है सॉल्व हो जाएगा। ठीक है, तो एक बहुत जनरल हो गया, दैट शुड नॉट बी देयर, इट शुड बी वेरी स्पेसिफिक। लाइक व्हाट इज द फॉर एग्जांपल, व्हाट इज द अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट at present time. Okay, what is your career plan, three like 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years। ठीक है, और आप क्या सिस्टम डेवलप करना चाहते हो। जब आप उस सिस्टम को डेवलप कर लोगे, ठीक है, तब तक वो सिस्टम डेवलप हो जाएगी, और जब वो डेवलप हो जाएगी, तो उससे आपका जो प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट है, उस प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट पे कैसे इम्पैक्ट आएगा, उसको आप कैसे मेजर कर सकते हो। ठीक है, तो अगर मैं अपने केस की बात करूं, देन देयर इज अ मेजरमेंट ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट, वेदर इट इज क्वार्टरली, एनुअल। ठीक है, उस मेजरमेंट में भी एक तो जनरल मेजरमेंट हो गया, उसमें भी एज वाइज मेजरमेंट अलग होता है, उसमें भी जेंडर वाइज मेजरमेंट अलग होता है। आई हैव एड्रेस ऑल द थ्री थिंग्स कि जनरल जो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट है वो क्या है, और आज से एंड हाउ इट विल इम्पैक्ट दैट रेट। सेकंड इज जेंडर वाइज अगर हम अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट देखेंगे तो वो क्या है, और वो कैसे, वट एवर सिस्टम आई वांट टू बिल्ड, वो सिस्टम बिल्ड होने के बाद वो कैसे इम्पैक्ट करेगा उस जेंडर वाइज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट को। So in this way, you need to go detail and try to be as specific as possible. Look, 100% perfection they are not expecting. That is not possible. Okay, but whatever projections or whatever assumptions you are taking, that assumption, that projection should have some logic, some rationale. ठीक है, और वो rationale, वो logic आपको present करना है। ठीक है, it need, again I am saying, it need not to be 100% perfect, but it should be logical. Okay, it should be logical and it should be backed by data, facts and a depth research. ठीक है, तो इस तरह से आप अपना जो गोल है वो डिसाइड कर सकते हो। Now, next is alignment with UN SDG. There are 17 UN SDGs. ठीक है, तो you read all these 17 SDGs और देखो कि उसमें से आपका जो करियर प्लान है, आपका जो गोल है, वो किस एसडीजी के साथ अलाइन हो रहा है। यू मेंशन दैट। For example, mine was aligned with the UN SDG 1, no poverty, UN SDG 4, quality education, UN SDG 17, um, um, partnership, global partnership, okay, और पार्टनरशिप फॉर ग्रोथ। ठीक है, तो इन थ्री एसडीजीज के साथ अलाइन हो रहा था, दैट आई हैड स्पेसिफाइड। ठीक है, तो उस तरह से आप भी देख सकते हो कि उन 17 एसडीजीज में से आपका जो भी करियर प्लान है वो किस एसडीजीज के साथ अलाइन हो रहा है, एंड दैट यू कैन मेंशन। ओके, नाउ so this is one more point which we anyway discussed during when we discuss about the question, when we break the question. Okay, so what UK is doing in your country, ठीक है, इसके बारे में भी आपको थोड़ा रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा। सो आई एम शेयरिंग कपल ऑफ लिंक्स विथ यू। सो इन लिंक्स में आपको थोड़ा सा एक आइडिया मिल जाएगा कि यूके के क्या इनिशिएटिव है फॉर इंडिया, और व्हाट आर द इनिशिएटिव फॉर इंडिया और इन कोलैबोरेशन विद इंडिया। सो यू कैन गेट some idea by seeing these links. So again, these links are my suggestion. आप खुद भी और स्टडी करना, मे बी आप न्यूज आर्टिकल्स पढ़ना। ठीक है, या फिर थोड़े कुछ कुछ स्कॉलरली आर्टिकल्स होंगे वो पढ़ना। यू जस्ट एक्सप्लोर इंटरनेट एंड यू विल गेट सम इंफॉर्मेशन अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस टू लिंक्स। okay, and then there you can get that what UK, whether it is government or any NGO or social enterprise or any company want to do in UK, in India। ठीक है, जस्ट फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जब मैं ऐसे लिख रहा था, सो आई आइडेंटिफाइड टू थिंग्स। वन इज द UK CDC group. Now it is the British International Investment, that is an organization. That organization had announced certain fund. It was, I think, $1 billion fund for um, clean energy projects। Okay, clean energy projects along with gender inclusive approach। ठीक है, so this is something they have announced, or that was something relevant to what work I had done and what I want to do in future। ठीक है, तो उसको मैंने elaborate किया था, I had taken that example। अनदर उस वक्त जो था, उस वक्त रिवॉल्यूट ने एंटर किया था इंडिया में। सो इट वाज रिवॉल्यूट जस्ट एंटर्ड, सो आई हैड टेकन दैट एग्जांपल एज वेल। ठीक है, कि रिवॉल्यूट जो है वो एंटर कर रहा है, नाउ दे आर इनटू जनरल बैंकिंग, बट स्लोली स्लोली देयर इज पॉसिबिलिटी दैट दे मे गेट इनटू entrepreneurial finance, means funding the entrepreneurs or providing loans to the entrepreneurs। there is a possibility that they may get involved। तो ऐसे मैंने कुछ रेफरेंस लिए थे। ओके, यू कैन ऑल्सो स्टडी एंड रिसर्च मोर दैट आपके फील्ड के किस टाइप के रेफरेंस है, आपके फील्ड में यूके क्या कर रहा है इंडिया में, एंड दैट यू कैन मेंशन। मेंशन इन द सेंस आपको अलाइन करना पड़ेगा अपने थॉट प्रोसेस, आपका वर्क, आपका थॉट प्रोसेस, एंड देन यू कैन मेंशन दैट। ठीक है, तो ये तो लिंक्स हो गए। Now your brainstorming, research, analysis, everything is done. Now let us move to how should be the writing structure. Okay, so जब आप फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ लिखोगे, then you have to mention the problem statement, exactly what problem you want to solve, what is your cause, okay, and what is the potential solution. तो वो एक आइडिया देना पड़ेगा पोटेंशियल सॉल्यूशन का। एंड अगेन वट एवर प्रॉब्लम यू आर गिविंग देयर, वट एवर कॉज यू आर मेंशनिंग देयर, वट एवर सॉल्यूशन यू आर मेंशनिंग देयर, दैट शुड बी backed by data, logic, fact. If it is not backed by data, logic, facts, so that it is very difficult to consider such kind of statements, means chimney point of view. ठीक है, बिकॉज वो जनरल स्टेटमेंट हो जाती है कि हाँ भैया आपको ओपिनियन है। It should not show, you should not show that this is my opinion, you should show that this is the reality, okay, and these are the facts. तो वो आपका फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ हो जाएगा। ठीक है, सेकंड पैराग्राफ में देन यू हैव टू मेंशन योर शॉर्ट टर्म गोल, द इमीडिएट गोल, कि आपने स्टडी कंप्लीट कर लिया, स्टडी कंप्लीट करने के बाद आप क्या करोगे। ठीक है, सो दैट यू हैव टू क्लैरिफाई, एंड दैट शुड बी रियलिस्टिक। जिसमें एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, अगर आपका किसी का ऐसा गोल है कि नहीं मुझे एक सोशल एंटरप्राइज डेवलप करनी है, ठीक है, जस्ट जस्ट is it possible that immediately you can start it? Okay, that question you have to ask yourself. If not, then don't mention that. Simply mention what you can do. Just for example, आप ये mention कर सकते हो कि okay, I will okay, now what you have to mention, I don't want to go into that. Okay, better you only decide कि immediate आपके plans क्या होंगे and what you have to mention. ठीक है, नाउ इमीडिएट के बाद आपके मिड टर्म प्लान आ जाएंगे, जो आपका थर्ड पैरा हो जाएगा कि आपके मिड टर्म गोल क्या है, आपको मिड टर्म में कहाँ तक जाना है, आपको क्या करना है। ठीक है, देन आपका नेक्स्ट पैरा हो जाएगा कि आपके लॉन्ग टर्म प्लान क्या है, आपका अल्टीमेट गोल क्या है, एग्जैक्टली आप क्या क्या अचीव करना चाहते हो। और उसमें भी ट्राई करो कि उसको थोड़ा स्पेसिफिक करो। ठीक है, उसको थोड़ा सा डेटा बैक करो। ठीक है, just for example, if you want to get connect, if you want to bring, or if you want to impact people lives, then specify what kind of people. Let's say youth, let's say student, अच्छा ठीक है, I want to impact students life in a positive way. So again, in students also, what is your target, means by within next 5 to 10 years, how many students you want to reach, so that you have to clarify. ठीक है, अगर मैं अपना रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का बात करूँ, so I want to work on developing village level entrepreneurs. So again, this is general statement. There I have to specify in which area, in which region, whether it is in Maharashtra or in Northern India, in Southern India, exactly which region I am focusing on. और region focus होने के बाद what kind of entrepreneurs I want to develop. ठीक है, and then what I am expecting, what should be their earning potential. ठीक है, और इम्पैक्ट क्या होगा कि 5 ईयर में कितने लोगों को रीच करना है, 10 ईयर में कितने लोगों को रीच करना है। दैट 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 नंबर शुड बी प्रोजेक्टेड। ठीक है, अगेन 100% एक्यूरेसी नहीं रहेगी उसमें, 100% परफेक्शन नहीं रहेगा, बट एक प्रोजेक्शन तो रहेगा कि चलो ठीक है, आई वॉन्ट टू टारगेट दिस 10,000 पीपल, आई वॉन्ट टू टारगेट दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेट, ओके, आई वांट टारगेट दिस पर्टिकुलर डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स। ठीक है, तो वो एक स्पेसिफिक होना चाहिए। तो जब आप डेटा ऐड करते हो ना, तो आपको एक ये दिखता है कि नहीं आपने एक बहुत डिटेल रिसर्च किया है, और आप यू आर वेरी मच क्लियर कि आपको कितने लोगों को कब तक रीच करना है, या फिर कितने लोगों की जो लाइफ है वो कब तक इम्पैक्ट करनी है। ठीक है, now the next is the conclusion. So at the end, the fifth para should be a kind of conclusion para, and that should be linked with your networking, leadership, and why to study in UKSS. Link in the sense में क्या what I wanted to say, that जो भी आप career plan अपना show कर रहे हो, along with that you have to justify that you have that necessary leadership skills. Okay, you have that networking skills, and you have selected relevant courses. ठीक है। तो वो आपको इट इज अलग से ऐसा मेंशन करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बट आपको एक ऐसा एक रेफरेंस दिखाना पड़ेगा। ठीक है। आपके एसेस में वो रिफ्लेक्ट होना चाहिए कि हाँ भाई, आपका जो भी एक करियर प्लान है, आप में वो स्किल्स है, आप में वो नेटवर्किंग स्किल्स है कि आप ये करियर प्लान अपना अचीव कर सकते हो। आप में वो लीडरशिप स्किल्स है कि आप अपना करियर प्लान अचीव कर सकते हो। आप में वो यू हैव सिलेक्टेड रिलेवेंट कोर्सेज विच विल हेल्प यू टू अचीव योर करियर प्लान। ठीक है। तो वो आपके एसेस में रिफ्लेक्ट होना चाहिए। Got it? So this is all about the two essays. One is why to study in UK. Second is designing your career plan. ठीक है। So that's it from my side. So एक formal presentation, formal explanation तो मैं close कर रहा हूँ अभी. And now I'm open for your queries. Yes.
थैंक यू सर। अगर अभी किसी को कुछ क्वेश्चंस है तो आप डायरेक्टली पूछ सकते हैं, और कुछ कमेंट में भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस आए हैं सर।
कमेंट में रीच कर रहा हूँ। वन रिसीव्ड मुत्तावत, can we have that presentation? Okay, I will share. No issue. I will share with Eklavya. ठीक है। सर ये कुछ पिछले कमेंट्स थे, आई रेड, कुछ पुराने कमेंट्स भी थे। आई रिक्वेस्ट यू, अगर आप दोबारा शेयर करेंगे तो आई कैन आंसर दोस। So one question is about on the capping side. Okay, so yes, the capping is there for MBA programs, not to the other master's program like MSc, MA, and all. Okay. Okay. One more question is, will there be a coherence between masters in early years education, masters in education technology, and masters in comparative education? Okay. So look, if I speak about myself, then I am a BTech graduate. ठीक है। तो मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस है, ओके, तो मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस है और जो मैं अपना मास्टर्स करना चाहता था, दैट इज नॉट रिलेवेंट टू द टू द टू माय एकेडमिक, माय ग्रेजुएशन, दैट इज बीटेक। ठीक है। बट वो उतना कंसिडर नहीं हुआ। व्हाई? बिकॉज मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस था वो ऑलमोस्ट 8 to 9 years का था, एंड दैट इज द रीजन माय एक्सपीरियंस गॉट कंसिडर rather देन माय एकेडमिक। दैट डिपेंड्स। ठीक है। अगर आपका एक सिग्निफिकेंट एक्सपीरियंस है, so that will be considered over your academic. Okay, should the smart approach now I'm just reading the next question. Should the smart approach apply on three goals? Yes, that applies on three goals. Does MSc in entrepreneurship comes under MBA? No, it is MSc only. ठीक है, so I'm not receiving. Okay. So look, even if now one more question is there, that some courses, some MSc courses coming under School of Management. Okay. Even if it is coming under School of Management and it is not MBA, then that is not MBA only. So my course was under business school only. So मेरा जो सर्टिफिकेट है, जो मेरा कोर्स सर्टिफिकेट है, वो भी मुझे मिला है स्ट्रैथक्लाइड बिजनेस स्कूल का। बट माय कोर्स वाज MSc, नॉट MBA, although it was under स्ट्रैथक्लाइड बिजनेस स्कूल। Okay. So, for a fellowship, I request you to get connected. So, someone has raised the query on Chevening fellowship. Okay, so I request you get connected with Eklavya team. They can suggest you when is the next session on fellowship.
अगर आपको कुछ क्वेश्चन है तो आप डायरेक्टली भी पूछ सकते हैं खुद को अनम्यूट
Please.
करके।
हाँ. So yeah, just unmute yourself and you may directly ask the questions.
ओके, ऐसा लग रहा है कि कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है। तो
So Shishu was there, na? So I think most of the queries he has addressed.
yeah, yeah. So okay, thank you all of you, and thank you Lakshdeep sir for this
My
wonderful
pleasure.
and informative session. It will be help to thousands of people to be the part of as a tuning scholar. Yeah. Thank you so much for this session, and thank you all of
My
you.
pleasure. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining this. Okay.
Thank you,
And I hope the session has helped you. Hajar, you were saying something?
No, just wanted to say thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Hajar, Ratandeep. Okay. And all the participants. Okay. So if no queries are there, then is it okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you.
We can wind up. Yeah. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.